Hi and welcome to LearnCity. My name is Praise and today we'll be taking a new topic on mensuration. And what does mensuration mean? Mensuration is a branch of mathematics that deals with measurements, especially the derivation and use of algebraic formulae to measure the areas, volumes, and different parameters of geometry. It outlines the principles of calculations and discusses all the essential equations and properties of various geometric shapes and figures. We have examples to be cylinder, we have it to be cone, we have it to be cuboid, we have it to be rectangular prism, we have it to be rectangular base pyramid, and many others. And in calculating this, we can always look for the area, the total surface of the area, the curved surface area, the length, and the volume. Mensuration also deals with size, region, and density of different forms. It can be in 2D shapes or 3D shapes. Like I said earlier on, I defined the mensuration as the branch of mathematics that deals with measurements, especially the derivation and the use of algebraic formulae to measure the areas, volumes, and different parameters of geometry. It outlines the principles of calculations and discusses all the essential equations and properties of various geometric shapes and figures. And in today's class, we'll also be explaining what a 2D shape and a 3D shape is. A 2D diagram of a shape is a shape laid down on a plane by 3 or more straight lines or closed segments. Such forms do not have width nor height. They have only two-dimensional length and breadth and are therefore called 2D figures or shapes. Out of these 2D forms, the area and perimeter is to be determined. So in our 2D shapes, we only have our area and our perimeter, which are always determined in the 2D shape. Now for a 3D shape is a structure surrounded by a variety of surfaces and planes. These are also considered to be robust types. Unlike the 2D shapes, these shapes have height and depth. They have three-dimensional length, breadth, and height or depth, which are thus called 3D figures. 3D shapes are often made up of several 2D shapes, in which different 2D shapes are being brought together to make a 3D shape. Often, we usually find the volume, the curved surface area, the lateral surface area, and the complete surface area are usually measured for 3D shapes. Example of 3D shapes, we have pyramid, we have cones, we have cuboid, and many others. We have the prism, both the triangular prism, we have cones, we have cylinder, we have pyramid, and we have many others like that are 3D shapes. Now, what are the shapes and formulae in mensuration? Today, we'll be considering 6 different shapes and their formulae in mensuration. The first one that we'll be considering the cone. The cone. And the formula for the area of a cone is pi RL, where R is the radius, our L is the slant height, and our pi, which is constant, as 3.142 or 22/7. That is the formula for the area of a cone. Now for the curved surface area. For the curved surface area or the complete surface area, which is we also have it to be pi RL. So for the total area, for the surface area of a cone, we have it to be the same formula, which is pi RL. Now for the total surface area, we have it to be pi R into bracket L plus R. Total surface area is pi R into bracket L plus R, where our L is our slant height, our R is our radius, and our pi, which is constant. Now for the volume, we have it to be 1/3 pi R cube. We have it to be 1/3 pi R cube. That is the volume of a cone. Now, for a cylinder, we have our area to be pi RH, in which our R is radius and our H is the height. That H is the height. Then for the CSA, which is the complete surface area or curved surface area, we have it to be 2 pi RH. We have it to be 2 pi RH. Then for the total surface area, we have it to be 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R squared. We have it to be 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R squared. Then for the volume, we have it to be pi R squared H. We have it to be pi R squared H. This is for a cylinder. Then for the cuboid, a cuboid has its curved surface area or its complete surface area as 2 into bracket WH plus LW plus LH, where W is the width, the H is the height, and the L is the slant height. We have it to be WH plus LW plus LH. This is the formula for the curved surface area of a cuboid. Then a cuboid does not have the total surface area. Now for the volume, we have the volume to be LWH, which is the slant height times the width times the height. It is multiplied when we multiply slant height multiplied with the width multiplied with the height. Now we have the triangular prism. Now for the triangular prism, we only have the total surface area and the volume, where the total surface area is the sum of areas of all surfaces. This is sum of all areas of all surfaces. And we have our volume to be the area of the cross section times height. So for a triangular prism, we have the volume to be the area of the cross section times the height. It's known as the area of the cross sectional area times height. Basically saying that it's the cross sectional area of the triangular prism times the height. Now for a rectangular pyramid, we have our total surface area to be sum of all 4 triangular faces plus the base area. And we have the volume to be half base area times height, which is half BA times height. For the rectangular pyramid, we have our total surface area to be sum of all 4 triangular faces of base area, and we have the volume to be half base area times height. And last one, which is the cube, we have the area to be L squared. We have the total surface area to be 6L squared, and we have the volume to be L cubed. Now, continuing, we will be solving examples on these shapes. So, in our next class, we'll be solving examples on these shapes. So, I'll be seeing you in the next class.